Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe my channel, like my video, and do not forget to click the notification button with me, HANLECK. Today is a good day. I bring you the video about Namiwawa. It is a good town in Blantyre. It is the town where the rich people are living. Namiwawa is very special. If you have seen beauty, here is another beauty of the town in Malawi. To be specific, in Blantyre. Malawi is a beautiful country, and it is a country which is peaceful. It is developing. I believe it will be rich very soon. But I'm here in a town called Namiwawa. I want to find out what is so special about this town. What is unique about this town? Why people do call this town the town of the rich people? So, let's be together on this journey of discovering more about Namiwawa town in Blantyre. It is a beautiful town, to be honest with you. It is very special. It's well developed. You know, when we talk about development, we just don't look at the houses which we have built. We look at the environment in its entirety. Is the location having good lots? Is the location having good houses? Is the environment, the nature, best? So when you look at this town, you're going to see that it has got good roads, it has got good houses. It's everything beautiful here. It's everything nice here. It's everything rich here. And it's everything developed. It's a beautiful town. It is the town of the rich people. It is a famous town in Blantyre and a famous town in Malawi. So I'm here showing you more about this town called Namiwawa. What do you think? Is this the good town for you? Is this the developed town for you? What is lacking about this town in terms of development? What can be done better in this town to make it better, to make it very special, to make it more beautiful? As a country, it is now the time of us to begin to expand our towns, to begin expand the building of our cities. Let's not just put our eyes on one thing, focusing on one thing, never thinking of growing the economy, never thinking of enriching Malawians, bringing prosperity to Malawians, creating wealth for all. This is the time of doing that. It is not the time of talking about the same story. I live in Nyambadu. I live in Namiwawa. I live in area 18. I live in area 10. It is a time now we begin to talk about I live in Malawi. You meet a Malawian in the streets, you ask him, where do you live? He tells you, I live in Nyambadu. Because he feels like Nyambadu is better than any other towns in Malawi. But that's not how we should be behaving. Every Malawian should think himself or herself the same way. Saying, I'm equal to a fellow Malawian. I'm equal to a fellow citizen. We are all one. We have got same level. Life is very important, and if we improve it by providing things which are necessary to the people equally, creating wealth for all, making Malawi a better country for every Malawian, that's recommendable. That's a great job that we must do. I don't think I'm better Malawian if I do not do the right thing. If you're a president of the country, you better yourself, but the people are suffering. I think that's not best thing to talk about. When you're a minister, you have everything. You've got the salary, you've got the benefits, you are enjoying, you are happy, but people are suffering. People are in poverty. That's not good. I'm here in Namiwawa, guys. I should not miss the point of why this video is available today. I want to show you more about the beauty of Namiwawa and remind those people that left Malawi 20 years ago about the current condition of the town called Namiwawa. Some of you left Namiwawa 20 years ago. You went to the United States, you went to Canada, you went everywhere where you went for better life. And here's your town. Are you seeing any change in the town? Do you think like the town is better than the place where you're living in Canada, where you're living in America, where you're living in UK? What should we be doing in Malawi so that we can bring the prosperity that we really desire, we really want in this country? Because we want to see the better country for every Malawian. And sometimes when we talk about these goals that we have about the nation, they're good goals. But are they achievable? If we look at the current development, as a country, are we developing? Are we doing better? Are things getting better? Do we have hope that we will be rich one day? Can you expect the better nation because we are doing right now good things? Because if we talk about Namiwawa, this is the Namiwawa you're watching. If Malawi is to be regarded as the rich nation, then we should make such judgment based on what you are seeing about Namiwawa. And can we frankly say here that Malawi is rich if this is the town to determine the richness of the nation? Because if you're failing to build a good town where the richest people are living, don't expect to be seeing developments in our villages. Don't expect to see change, better life of the people in our villages if the best towns look like this. Why don't we have in Namiwawa the reflection of the rich people by looking at the environment where we can see the best laws ever built here, so that to take into account the money these people have here because they're billionaires, where do they put their money? How do they spend their money if we don't build the best town to look or to match with the wealthiness of the people, to match with the money the people have? We can do better as a country. We can begin to be more development oriented, unlike being people who just talk too much without actually doing something for our nation to bring the necessary change to our nation as far as development and prosperity is concerned, to make our nation good and big and rich. Sometimes it doesn't take a foreigner to develop the nation. It takes all people in the nation to work together to achieve the development they want. As Africa, we can achieve the prosperity of Africa if we come together and begin to work for the common goal of developing Africa, for the people of Africa. Because why we want to develop, it's because of the people. Our people have got the lowest standard of living in the world. So let's build the better continent for our people. Let's improve the lives of the people. Let's end the poverty people are having. We can do that if we come together, realizing the goal we have is to develop our continent, to make sure that our nations in Africa are rich and prosperous. We have good food for the people. We have good houses for the people, modern houses, modern lodges for the people. There are countries who are doing that, very few countries. And of the country like Botswana, Namibia, Ivory Coast. I think South Africa is doing that as well, but they must do better than what they're doing now. Because if we talk about South Africa, it is a better country. It is rich and developed. But do you know that the more local people who are in South Africa who are poor? And today, South Africa is not the land of opportunity anymore, because many Africans who have gone to South Africa, they're struggling. So instead of us going to South Africa, going to Canada, to America, let's build our countries first of all. And this we can achieve if Africa comes together and have the common strategy, common goal of developing the whole continent of Africa together, despite of the individual countries. But we can come together with common strategy and say, let us build Africa as one. We can do that. We can help one another. We can help with ideas, with wisdom, and with resources to make sure that Africa becomes better as one. It is possible. I'm here in Namiwawa walking around, and I'm seeing a lot of things that should be done in order to achieve the great prosperity and development that we desire in our country. Because this town is just near to the beautiful city of Malawi called Blantyre city. And we need to do better to build our towns, and not just thinking of Namiwawa only and Blantyre city, but thinking of Malawi as a whole. Because this video, it's about Namiwawa as a town, but it goes to everyone who is watching to it. And it's for the whole country, it's for the whole continent of Africa. And we can do better. We can develop. We can get rich. It is possible. We can end our poverty. We can end our problems. We can solve our issues, economic issues that we are having. We can deal with them. Our nations can become better. We just need to fight these problems together as Africans. Let's work together to bring solutions to our problems. Let's build the Africa together. It is possible. In Malawi, things are so hard as I'm speaking. Many Malawians are going through a lot. They're suffering. Poverty is increasing. Population is increasing. We are not bringing solutions to the problems of the people. Living standard is the lowest in Malawi this time around. It is very hard to live in Malawi now because everything is expensive. Life has been made too expensive in Malawi because the economy is suffering. The economy is collapsing. Our economy has been collapsing, and nothing is improving at all. What we hear is about good promises by politicians, but nothing comes to the reality. We don't see the tangible results despite the promises so much made by the politicians. There's nothing happening to assure us of development of our nation. The nation of Malawi is collapsing. I'm telling you, poverty is now a big problem. You are living in Malawi, but you don't know what you're going to do next week. The little money you have today that you have found it by luck, you don't know if you'll be able to get another one if you spend it today. And many people are keeping money, but as they're keeping money, inflation is continuing to rise. Devaluation comes every day. We're seeing the effects of devaluation. Commodities of different prices of different commodities are increasing every day. Poverty is at an alarming rate in Malawi. We must be serious as a nation to change this thing, to bring hope to Malawians, to end the problems that people are experiencing, to bring better life to Malawians. We can do that. We can start by making sure that food is available for every person living in Malawi. Food, when I'm talking about food, it's not only about maize. It's not only about having maize flour, having bananas. It's about Balanced diet. Basic needs in Malawi must be available at a cheap price, at affordable price for all Malawians. Every person should be able to live and survive in Malawi. I don't think it's very important to hear Malawi says, I better live in South Africa and die there because I am able to eat when I'm in South Africa and I eat everything that I want, despite being a poor person. But in Malawi, if you're poor, you can't eat. You need to be very rich for you to eat. That's not life, guys. Life is by making sure that every person, whether it's rich or poor, has good food. That's what life is about. Why do we create a difficult nation for people to live in because we have made everything expensive in the nation? That's not the way to go. The way to go is to end the poverty. The way to go is to bring prosperity to all people, to make sure all people have got food. It's not only about saying Namiwawa is where people can have money and buy food. But let's talk Malawians who are 24 millions don't have money to buy food. We cannot make this country to be affordable country for foreigners. We cannot make Malawi to be affordable country for white people. Because when they come to Malawi, they get paid in dollars and their governments pay them. And they find everything too cheap in Malawi. But the local people, when they have local money, everything's too expensive. Why are we making the nation better for foreigners instead of making it better for Malawians? That each and every person in Malawi should be able to live in Malawi and buy things he wants, eat food he wants. We can build a better nation. We can make Malawi better for everyone. It's possible. Don't tell me it is impossible. It is possible. We just need to focus. We just need to know what we want to achieve. We just need to not do politics about food or about lives of the people. We can do politics about the elections, but when it comes to management of lives of the people, bring good welfare to the Malawians, it's not about politics, but it's about being human, being honest, being true, being perfect, being the right person. When you bring justice to the people and making sure that things are normal, will make better nation. Thank you for watching. Bye.